Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing out there this morning? We on Freestyle Friday, Power Plug Radio in the morning.
All day.
We got a special guest host with us this morning. He's not new to the radio. He's not new to Power
Not
Plug.
at all.
You know what I'm saying? So we have our brother, Darius, in the building this morning. Our guest host.
Thank you.
What's going on, D? How you doing? Miss Tanya, how you doing this morning?
I'm good. It's Friday. Can't be any happier than Fridays.
What's up with y'all today, man? How y'all week been so far? It's over, but how it's been? How was y'all week?
This has been a really long week.
Yes, I have
This
to.
has been a very long week.
I have to agree. Very long.
Long week?
Yes.
What's
Like
been
it was
going on this week?
Fridays ago.
My dad is in the hospital. He had surgery, so I've been running back and forth every day.
Sorry to hear.
And still trying to work and do everything else you have to do. So it's just been one of those weeks.
Oh man, I've been there, brother. I've been there.
Yeah.
What about you, Tanya? What's up?
Man, just building this empire. That's what it is.
That's right.
It's a lot of work, and that's why I was Miss Page not here this morning. She's building the empire. So
Building the empire, right?
That's right. So you'll see her first thing Monday morning.
That's right.
But yeah. That's
All right, now, my week has been pretty hectic. I had a busy week this week. I'm in the process of selling a property,
Okay.
so I've been having viewers all week come by the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, I've been getting offers this week, and, it's just been a lot with the realtor going back and forth. So, it's been pretty good, man. And, just bought a new automobile.
Yes, congratulations.
So it's just like, a lot has been going
A
on.
lot has been going on. I like it.
Oh, man. And just looking towards the future, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And things to come,
I feel you.
But, I got my house up for sale, but if I don't get what I want, I ain't selling it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got a whole lot for what you want.
That's right. If I don't get what I want, I ain't selling. You know what I mean? So I know a number that I want to walk away with, and if I'm not
Not at that
close to
number?
that number,
Yeah.
I'm talking about real close.
Like
Real.
real
Like
close.
like real close.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. The realtor got to get they cut.
Everybody got to get a cut.
Everybody
That's
got to
how
get
it
their
is.
cut, and you want to walk away with something that you're happy and comfortable with.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is, the property value gonna go up on the south side eventually.
Yes, it will.
Especially with
It's
all the
already
developments.
on the rise.
Yeah, especially with all of the new developments that's coming to the area.
That's why the folks be careful who you sell to.
Right.
Yeah.
Be
That
careful
part.
who you sell to.
That's right.
part.
Because we know there are interests out there that are seeking to push us out of our communities.
Yes.
Right. That's right. So yeah, man, you have to be mindful of that. It's definitely have to be mindful of that.
Yeah.
But the properties are slim to none.
Yeah.
It's slim pickings out there, in this community as far as trying to buy, homes,
Seller's
houses.
market right now.
It's definitely a seller's
Yeah.
market, and people are buying up stuff too, so it's going both ways. So I just think that, we're in a good position right now to negotiate what we want.
Right.
We're just making things, getting things right and better for people. So, yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I do a little bit of weather, so we're at 66 now. We're gonna get up to the.
It's 66 degrees
It's
out there?
66
Wow.
degrees. We're gonna get to like 83 today. A little cloudy. And then I'm hearing we're getting some thunderstorms on Saturday night into Sunday. So all these beautiful, sunny, cool, no humidity days, I think is starting to leave us.
Yes.
Yes, unfortunately. But it is what it is. We got some news. I don't know if you guys heard. Prince Philip passed away.
I saw that.
Who is that?
He's the husband of Queen Elizabeth III. He was 99 years old.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. He
okay.
lived a nice long life.
Oh, nice long life. Yes, exactly. Well, when you got money like that, you live a long time. So he passed away, and I know we've been talking about DMX. You know, it's all these mixed messages. He's dead. He's not dead. He's brain dead. He's on life support.
Did y'all hear that DMX had COVID-19?
He did? Oh, I did not hear that.
I didn't hear that one.
Look it up.
Okay, COVID-19.
But I think they did confirm he actually did die, right?
Well,
Not
that's what
DMX.
I'm saying. We hearing all these
DMX.
different versions. Like, what I understood is that he's brain dead on life support. So to me, that's
he
dead.
gone. He gone.
Right. He's just a shell of himself. But
He gone.
you know, I think
done went
people
on
want to
home.
hold on. Yeah, I know people want to hold on, but some people say he's passed away. Some people say he's brain dead. He's in grave
If
condition.
he's brain dead, he's gone.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hate to say that. I mean, I just had that conversation with my dad. He just had surgery. He had 2 surgeries this past Monday and the Friday before. So he had 2 major surgeries in a matter of 3 days.
Wow.
And I had to have that conversation with him, and we did the living will and all of that stuff. And so it's
resuscitate,
important
that
that you
kind of
have
thing.
that conversation with your family members. So if something does happen, that you don't have to decide that
Right.
at that moment.
Make that
You've
hard
already
decision yourself. Right.
Yes.
You know the wishes of the person. I don't know. I think I'm kind of like, it's kind of cruel to kind of keep somebody alive that clinically they're not here anymore.
Right.
So.
Well, it says DMX is still alive.
Okay.
It says people please stop texting.
Texting.
Texting? Who's texting?
Who they texting?
They got
it's a
DMX's phone.
posting.
Oh, posting. I thought you said texting.
I'm like, if he answering, he answering.
We might want to slow down then,
Yeah,
like,
it says,
I ain't ready to go.
please, it's not helping anybody having seen these false rumors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It said, everybody, please stop with the posting with these rumors. DMX is still alive. He's still on life support. You'll be hearing a statement from the family sometime in the future.
Yeah.
He has been in the hospital since last week following a heart attack.
Right.
Sources close to him said the rapper has yet to regain brain function.
Right.
All
That's
right.
the part.
What DMX family is grappling with is the hard decision regarding whether to take the 50-year-old legend off life support.
Yeah.
Right. He underwent a series of tests on Wednesday, which showed no improvement in brain activity since he was first rushed to the hospital on April 2nd. Friday, April 2nd.
So,
He's still in a
what's
coma.
today? Night?
He's still in a coma.
Okay.
Sources have said the test results were not good. Let's see.
That's sad, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, what is he, 50?
He's 50.
Yeah,
years
he's
old.
50 years old. Right now, he's in a vegetative state.
And the longer he stays like that,
The worse it gets, right?
the grimmer
Yeah.
the less likelihood that,
gonna come
I know
back.
there have been exceptions where, people were ruled out and they suddenly started responding or suddenly there was brain activity. But, I mean, this has been going on for several days. And, I mean, the circumstances that brought him into the hospital is looking more and more like, it's just not good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's sad.
Right. Damn. Yeah.
It's really sad.
It says that X suffered the heart attack suspected to have brought on by a drug overdose. There's been no outpouring of support in the hip hop community. He said rappers shared their prayers for the Rough Riders anthem creator, while others, such as Master P, criticized the lack of support X received after his prison release in 2019. DMX is an icon, and I just hate that when we have to wait till something happens to one of these guys or to one of us before everybody really starts saying how much they care and they love you. Master P explains, adding that he thinks rappers should have a union.
Oh, that's probably smart.
Rappers should have a union. What do you think about that?
I think that's kind of a good idea, right?
Yeah, it's a damn good idea.
Yeah. Well, Master P got the means and the. Just go on, do it, Bo. Do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, it is. It's a damn good idea.
We'll see.
But I mean, what is the message here? Because I mean, it's public knowledge that DMX has a substance abuse issue. This has been long standing.
Right.
I mean, I remember he was all on what's her name, Iana.
Oh, Van Zandt.
Yeah, he was all on there with her, and
Yeah.
and this has been
ongoing for a
this
while.
has been ongoing for years, and so
He's been getting support.
Yeah.
So
thought
I mean,
it
why
It's
was.
we
almost
so,
like you could lead the horse to the water,
But you can't
make
make
it
it
yeah.
drink.
So
Yeah.
while we support him, of course, I think nobody wants to see somebody
No.
go down.
Of course not.
He's dealing with life issues, and here's the my thing is, where does the accountability? Where does the personal accountability? You
have
come
to
in.
take some ownership. Yeah.
Well,
agree.
it's personal accountability is amongst person and self. I mean, self and just amongst self, I guess. And being on your deathbed is when you have to really you really do some reflecting, I guess. You know what I mean? You have
It
some
might be a
time to do
little too
that.
late in this.
Well, in this
Well-
situation.
Well,
no
yeah.
brain function.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you people make choices and decisions due to their circumstances and what they've been through and things like that. And we never know how a person's demons take them and where they take them. Because the thing is, what I'm saying, some people can't fight the demons any
Right.
longer. You know what I'm saying? Some people try to fight them off for so
It's been a
long.
long time he's been.
Well, that's what I'm
dealing
saying.
with
People
that.
people
Yeah.
try to fight these demons for so long, and
Yeah.
then you think that because someone is in a, acting a certain way or looking a certain way that they're okay and they're fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
they're making the music that they're making and they're okay. However, there's a deeper demon in a lot of these artists. If you think about it,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
about
saying?
Demi-
It's not
Demi
just
Lovato,
DMX.
She had a rough time.
It's a lot of artists,
Spears.
entertainers,
A lot of 'em.
actors, actresses.
Angela Bynes,
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
actually like it seems like it's like a correlation.
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Think about all these people.
Yeah.
The dude that played the Joker.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And like
Yeah.
I say, once again, we can't forget they're human, just like a
Exactly.
they battle,
We
they're
just have to
on
give
a
people
larger
grace,
scale.
because we,
No, they
we
just-
put people on pedestals like, oh, they got money and fame and they're talented.
Well, their story's
But they're
magnified.
regular
Yeah,
folks.
that's what I'm saying,
with,
it's magnified.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
simple issues just like we have.
Exactly. And the thing is, we have a bunch of family members that have a lot of these issues all the time,
Yeah.
right now, today.
Today.
You know what I'm saying? So we can look at our own environment,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And pull sympathy and empathy from those situations and our own experiences. And that's what I think a lot of people do, when they see somebody, go down like this or something like this happens. People just realize that, I have someone in my own family
Yes.
that I've been trying to deal with that I know is like this, that, you know what I'm
Everybody
saying,
does. I had
that has
a-
been fighting their
Yeah.
own demons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if people really look in the mirror, shit, they find their own demons themselves.
That's right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
everybody has a vice. I think that's another.
Everybody
thing.
has a
People
vice.
Have to give people grace because
That's
drug
it.
might be your vice, but hey, it could be shopping, it could be overeating, it could be not eating. A vice is a vice,
Yes.
and it's harmful to you mentally and spiritually, regardless. So if you overdo anything, that's a vice.
Right.
But I think
And that's what
look at
people
that.
don't realize.
They don't realize that. Yeah.
And let's talk about some vices. You know what I'm saying? Like you were just saying, you were mentioning vices, and what people don't realize about them is that sometimes, like we're talking about demons as well, people will begin these habits or start something, right? And don't realize, what they're getting themselves into. Or they will think about things and start to, or see other people doing things, or other people have influenced them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they will begin to try to do the same things, and it doesn't work out the
doesn't,
same,
yeah.
right?
Right.
And what happens is people will get caught up in continuing to try, right? They'll keep trying to do things that are wrong and wonder why things ain't happening for them, right? You keep doing it the wrong way. And then a lot of times when you're doing things, you have those vices that are, also pulling at you, right?
Right.
So making right and wrong decisions sometimes becomes a tug, a pull of war. and your circumstances may sometimes have you in a position, right?
Yeah.
Where it's, sometimes you just make a bad choice.
Bad choice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
And sometimes you can't get out of that, right?
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle, right? But sometimes we're raised up in environments where we see that
Dysfunction.
it's dysfunction,
Yeah, it is.
right?
Yeah.
And people don't really understand in our community how to decipher business from pleasure, or talk about it's just business. We don't have to get personal about the business, but we intertwine the two.
Oh yeah, but it
So
happens.
that could be, so emotions could be a vice
Right.
for people. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those can be a vice for people.
or lack of empathy, or
Lack
of
right, because
Yes.
people
Yeah.
might lean on these things, right,
as a crutch
As
or
a-
as a
right,
excuse.
right.
Yes.
to continue to make decisions or choices,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. These vices sometimes be called demons, right?
Yeah.
Because we're fighting the one inside our
Yeah,
head.
exactly.
So when we look at celebrities, when we look at entertainers, and we look at all these people going through these things and these issues, again, we live in a community where we have kids killing kids right now,
Yeah.
Yes.
right? The murder rate is extremely high with these guns on the street
Yeah.
in our own community. And these are people that kids we know, right? That we know the upbringing that these parents had, that they had loving parents, the kids, some of these children that's doing this stuff out here don't have to do it, right? They just
Right.
doing it because of
Well,
peer
that's their
pressure,
environment, right? It's-
environment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What
And
they
just
hear,
don't care
what they
about,
see.
They don't care about anything. They don't care
Right.
about
They
anything
have
or
no-
anybody.
Wait, and you also, we talk about this all the time about how we're raised and our upbringing is who, makes us who we are today. I think when you see kids killing kids or having no value of life, I think it has a lot to do with they've been conditioned because of the circumstances.
Right.
If you're walking down, we all are born with empathy. We're all born to love each other. However, it's a choice. But if your choices are always is either me or him, or is either them or them, you have to condition your mind to detach your emotional state with that person. So it's
Right.
just a thing, not a person.
Right,
If that makes
right,
any
right.
sense. I never understood how people can human traffic someone. Like, how do you not be like, this is a person, this is a being, just like
Right.
being
Can you do
black.
that? Yeah.
How do you be so in love with a dog that you're having funerals when they pass and you're mourning, but you're not mourning when a black man gets killed on the street? How do we disconnect that? But I just feel like it's ingrained in us, in our everyday life and our upbringing, and then that's how people can make decisions and be okay with it. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't understand that. Yeah.
What do you say,
We gotta go
Darius?
on break, don't we?
8:30.
8:30. Oh, we got 2 minutes. Okay.
No, keep going because I don't want to bring Darius on because they have an event this weekend.
Okay.
And I wanted him to talk about that briefly.
I guess, I grew up in another county, 2 counties over. And I grew up being at a bus stop and seeing somebody get shot in the head.
Yeah.
And witnessing gun violence at a early age. And
desensitized.
I myself have been a victim of gun violence. In 2005, I was shot 7 times.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, thank
so-
God you're still here.
I'm still here.
I'm trying to tell you.
Ooh.
Just like Dorinda said, I'm still here.
That's
Still
right.
here.
So,
That's right. 7 times?
Yeah,
Wow.
7 times. Got shot with a 22 7 times.
Wasn't your time
Thank
yet.
God. Thank God I was fluffy. So
You had fluff.
I had some fluff. So so them bullets they felt more like stings.
Oh
Right.
boy. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's you said something just a minute ago, Antonio. I think it might have been you. I'm sorry.
No worries.
That we don't see people as people. And that's a large part of the problem. We're so quick to rush to anger, and violence is the result that so many of us are so quick to resort to. And even myself, I have to think about it. I realized I have a little road rage sometimes when I'm driving. And this guy rolled down the window at me and stuck what looked like a little knife at me. And before I know it, I'm like, I rolled my window. Like, what? I'm like,
right.
What,
You like, let's go. Let's get it. Yeah.
Now, now that could have went another way. After that whole
could've.
exchange, my mind said, you know what? All these trigger happy people around here right now, you just don't know.
Right.
You know how some things can go.
Yeah.
But we are. You're right. We are conditioned, and I think it's from all levels of influence of society, from what we listen to, from what we watch, from what we take in.
Yes.
Sometimes it's a generational thing for the way we're raised. It's all kind of different factors that I think when you have people that don't see a path forward for themselves, when they don't see goals, when they don't see vision, when they feel like they're stuck and there are no opportunities, or they may have messed up in life, and life is considerably harder for them now,
and they're angry,
and they're angry. Yes.
Then what they say, hurt people.
Yes, and that's what we have. We have a lot of hurt people around here that are just hurting other people.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people never been, a lot of people have been misfortunate when it comes to certain emotions, right? A lot of us have been raised with what's the word I'm looking for? We've been raised with other emotions besides the love that we that we need, right? So I believe that
the lack of love,
right?
Because you have to love you. It's hard to tell someone to love themselves if they don't know what love is,
and it's hard for somebody to love you if they can't love themselves.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that in our community, I think that's being overlooked, is the fact that a lot of people don't know what love is or know how to love, right? And to accept love. I think that, and then you have people that show tough love.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, had a few of those.
Because of the simple fact that they realize that that's not it. That's not the way to go. Or, it's just certain things that people experience in life that has helped them. You see what I'm saying? But what I realize is that people use it as it's too freely used. The I love yous and things like that. Because what that does is, it sends a message, right, to a person that, a message like,
well, all I gotta say is I love you, and then everything's fine.
It's kind of like
an apology, but not an apology.
It's kind of like it's.
Well, to me, it's kind of like I can say that I love you, but what many people don't understand, that love is an action word, and it's not what you say; it's how you treat me, how you deal with me. That's gonna really show me.
Right. Because words are words. Do you love me or not? Right.
And
words are words. What's the action?
Yeah, and a lot of people say that they love you, but they really don't.
No.
Because they don't know what it is.
Well,
or how to do it.
And speaking with relationships, because I'm always going back to relationships because of my businesses, but it speaks a lot to when I was in relationship with one man who always wanted to tell me he loved me, but his actions never matched his words. I said, how do you show love? Because you can say it, but none of your actions match it, right? And so I think a lot of times people use that to deflect because they don't want to deal with their own insecurities and fears and things that's going on. So I don't want to lose her because there's something that she gives me. So I got to tell her I love her because I know that's going to keep her. But really your actions are the opposite of that. Because if you love me, your thought pattern would be, I know this is going to hurt Tanya. I'm not going to do that.
You're not going to do it.
That's what love is. So I think a lot of times we, like you say, we use I love you very freely, But when the rubber meets the road and you need that person in a time of crisis or in a time of need or whatever, they're not there, and they don't know how to be there because they don't know what love is.
Mm-hmm. That's like too when somebody from church tell you I'm praying for you.
Yeah,
that prayer ain't never left their lips.
No, you just said it because that's the right thing to say at that time. I'm gonna pray for you, and they're not praying.
And they ain't praying.
No.
If anything, I'm praying for your downfall secretly.
There you go. Yeah, be careful. My mother used to say that all the time. Be careful who you ask to pray for you. Right? Mm-hmm. It may not be in your best interest.
That's right. Be careful. And I'm one of them people too. I'm skeptical about certain things. So when you say you praying for me, first of all, if you're gonna pray for me, you don't have to tell me.
You don't have to tell me. Exactly.
You don't have to tell me that you're praying. If you're gonna pray, still just pray.
Just pray. Exactly. I don't need you to tell me. Just do it. Again, in action. Someone said, Tony said, love in theory is much different than love in action. I totally agree. Good morning, everybody.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising. Yes, it's Friday. We need to pick it up.
So, D, do us a favor. D, tell us about your event.
Yes, let's hear about your event, Derek.
So, Saturday is National Youth HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. This is a day where we acknowledge our youth that are living with HIV and or AIDS.
Okay.
And tomorrow, right here in St. Petersburg, on the Deuces, the Banyan Tree Project, shout out to Mr. J. Carl Devine, and Abundant Life Ministries, shout out to Superintendent Roger Stroman, will be hosting an event on the Deuces from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This event will have food, vendors, entertainment, spoken word. This is a community event. We want parents, we want you to bring your children out. It's important, even at a young age, that our kids they need to know what's out there, and they need to know how to protect themselves.
Got it.
In this county, what I do professionally is I work for the Pinellas County Health Department in our HIV/AIDS program.
Okay.
And we have a large number of youth, and I'm speaking as young as 13 to 29 years old. We have a large population of youth in our community that have an HIV diagnosis. This past year, the majority of the new cases that we had in this county were youth, that 13 to 29-year-old age group. And what that tells us is that we have a problem.
Yeah.
Young people are meeting and they're engaging in sex and acquiring STDs, sexually transmitted diseases or infections. And what many folk don't understand is that STDs, gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis, those are often the gateways to HIV.
Yes.
And so this event is to acknowledge the efforts that we are making here in this county. We want to educate the community. We want our young people to be educated. We will have HIV testing. We'll have Metro Inclusive Health out there doing testing. We'll have other community partners out there, Epic Impact Partners in Care, the health department. We will be there. We want to provide testing. We also want to provide information to the community. We have many people in this community that may have an HIV or an AIDS diagnosis that may not be in treatment, meaning that they know, but they're not in treatment. They're not seeing a doctor.
And they're being active.
Yeah, and they're being active.
They know that, yes.
Wow. And so we not only want to prevent new infections, new cases, but we also want to, for those folks that, we may have lost along the way, we want to reclaim them.
Yeah.
So this is a collective effort.
What do you mean lost along the way?
Meaning that they may not be in care. They may not be seeing a doctor. They may not be taking any medication. Which means that they are meaning that they just out here living life, and they're WTF, what I call watering the flowers, and they just out here living life, and
watering the flowers.
I like that.
And with that,
I've never heard that.
a person that is living with HIV if you are not virally suppressed, that is the goal, to be virally suppressed. If you're not virally suppressed, that means you're infectious.
Right.
So that means if you're engaging in sexual activity with people, there's a high likelihood that you're going to pass that off.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we want to prevent. We want people to live their best, healthy lives. And the way that we have to do this is in our communities, we have to start taking ownership of the conversation.
Yes.
We cannot depend on other people to have the conversation with our children, with our communities. We have to do it.
Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
We're responsible. And, you know, it's sad that we got away from that because it used to be a time when we were all responsible for each other. Neighborhoods, children, you couldn't do anything without somebody knowing you did it and told your mama and, you know, we just got away from that. Now it's every man for themselves. I'm not getting involved. It's not none of my business. But we have to give our youth some future, and this is important.
Yes,
Very
we have
important.
to let them know that we are here. We support you. That even if you have an HIV or AIDS diagnosis, that this is not the end. It does not have to be the end. You can still have a happy, fulfilled life.
Yes, exactly. It's not a death sentence.
It's not a death sentence.
Get treatment.
There is help.
Yes.
If you don't have a job, it doesn't matter.
Right.
If you don't have health insurance, it doesn't matter.
You can live a life.
This is what people, I think the problem is when it comes to that, what you just said about people having it and not, you know, telling people about it or whatever is, you know, people, it shocked the hell out of me sometimes, but people still be thinking about pride and, you know, how they gonna look, their reputation, and these types of things, you know, and you know, people be embarrassed and you know all type of stuff. People love to lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
People love to deceive, and to be in a position where you don't have to tell anybody. This is something that you have to deal with personally. You know what I'm saying? And you're around here looking healthy than a mug. You looking like everything all right. However, you know, but you know you're not, and you know nobody. It's
Yes,
crazy.
and see, that's the thing too. What we want to let people know is that there are resources, not just to go to a doctor, not just to take a pill, but if you're having, and I think it's understandable if you get that kind of news that's traumatic,
right,
and that you're going
course.
to experience some trauma, and there's going to be a mental health component.
Right.
And if you need that help, we can get you to see a doctor.
Have
We
the
can get you to a
resources.
therapist. We can.
But can you get them out of the city? Because that's what they're gonna need. They're gonna need to get out there. A lot of people. That's what I'm saying. Once you find something like this out that you're contracted to HIV, you really are going to either go into a shell and become serially depressed, or you're going to
Say what the heck and
overlook it and continue to live life until something happens to you.
Or be in denial.
Or be in
too.
denial.
You know what I mean?
And a lot of people
And
and this is
denial
what
is dangerous.
and this is what people don't realize too. A lot of people have deaths, and those are the underlying issues, but they'll say it's something else.
And that's why it's so important when you get a diagnosis that you have wraparound services with that person right then.
Get 'em in.
Don't let 'em leave.
Because a lot of
Yeah.
times there are extenuating circumstances why somebody may have a diagnosis.
Right.
If you have unstable housing and you're having to sleep from floor to floor or couch to couch, and if you're a sex worker and you're having,
Yes.
I'm not saying that I agree, but I understand the nature. You're trying to
Right.
survive.
right.
How you gonna tell your wife or your girlfriend that you got HIV? That
You're
been
going to
sleeping
tell
with?
her because that is your responsibility.
Right.
You've been
but that's
sleeping.
not
That you
happening in
that you
the black
that you
community.
got HIV and you around here.
Because guess what?
And then she got
She's gonna find out eventually.
Right.
So I would rather her find
When?
out. I'd rather her
When?
find
So
out.
Take her
When she-
annual.
Yeah.
Or,
Or
if she,
when-
or
or
when
she's
she
not
has
feeling
Thing being lying dormant for 10 years, up to
Yeah.
10 years in some people, right?
Yeah.
Some people immune system can take it, for up to 10 years without showing signs.
Well, that's the thing.
So-
when it happens, you need to let everyone know.
A lot of people ain't with you for 10 years.
Well, we know, but we just saying when you gotta let the person know. You gotta say
Ju-
something.
that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are not going to get tested, or not. A lot of people
Or tell anybody.
telling anybody.
But see, this
You
is
know what I'm
why.
saying?
This is
Thank you.
why.
Things like this is important.
This is why events
Awareness.
like tomorrow are so important. The more we have to make
Who
this,
gonna come to an who? All right. So you mean to tell me if I got HIV, I'm brand new with I'm it's like now I'm coming to the event to tell y'all that I got it.
No,
that's
This
not
is
the
like
intent.
All right, explain it
awareness.
to us.
So it's
Okay.
awareness.
All right. So listen, we'll be back after this. Because
No.
we'll be.
No.
No,
we later?
let him finish
Oh,
that
okay.
answer.
I'll
Yes.
finish it.
Like,
Okay.
Tomorrow
'Cause
is
I-
about raising awareness.
Oh, okay.
I am not advocating that somebody has to
Okay,
come
so
out.
make it clear.
I'm not advocating that somebody has to come out and disclose their status. What we are doing is trying to raise the community consciousness that this
Okay.
is in 2021. COVID is not the only issue that you have to worry about. That we want to enlarge the conversation.
Right.
That we have family members, we have neighbors, we have coworkers, we have friends
Right.
that are dealing with this issue.
Right. Also, letting you know you're not the only
And
one.
letting people know who may be dealing with this issue. One, that you are not alone.
Exactly.
Two, that there are resources to help you if you need that assistance. Now, some people don't need it, but there are a lot of people that do.
They do.
And so this is not about telling somebody that you have to disclose your status. I would never advocate for anybody to disclose their status unless that is something that they
they
are
wanna
comfortable
do, right.
in doing.
Yeah.
What we are doing is raising
It's a
awareness about
crisis.
this. And
It's a crisis.
Yes,
We
and
need to let
tomorrow
people know that.
we will have a very special guest with us. We will have King Demario Jibes from the Jive Show, who will be with us. He will say some inspirational words to our youth. And so, parents, we are encouraging you, bring your children out. Bring your children out. Bring your nephews, your grandchildren, your nieces.
Yeah.
Bring them out, because the reality of it is, if we're not having those conversations with our children, they're getting the messaging from somewhere else. They're getting it from
Yes.
music. They're getting it from television. They're getting it from their peers. They're getting it from social media.
Yep.
And what they're getting may not be
It's
constructive.
not, and it's not probably truthful.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right.
I agree.
Sure. Guys, get out there.
Yeah, so come out and join us tomorrow from 11 to 2. Like I said, we will feed you. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to have all entertainment, music. It's just going to be a fun, it's a
block
fun
party for
community
awareness.
event.
Yes.
Block party
And
for
we're
awareness.
partying with a purpose.
Partying with a purpose.
And that's to
love
raise
it.
awareness.
I love it. I love it.
I do
And we'll
too.
be right back, guys. Power Plug in the morning.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
Welcome to Peloton's Ride to Greatness.
listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
We're back.
Hey, we back in this bed.
Yeah, it's Friday.
It's Freestyle Friday. We hit y'all a little hard this morning with those serious topics, I guess, so we're going to lighten the load up a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's Freestyle Friday, so I'm eating grits, y'all.
Eat grits. Gotta get a little food break in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Hungry,
Hungry,
baby. That's how it is. That's how T.I. is sometimes.
Hungry.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully next week, man, we'll be starting this breakfast on Power Plug Radio.
Yes. So if there's anybody listening
I
that
reached
would
out.
like to
I reached
sponsor.
I reached out to
Breakfast for
somebody
us?
for breakfast
Oh,
next
yeah?
week.
Yeah, that's gonna be what's up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Breakfast, Get,
I need more energy.
Yeah.
what's the exposure?
That's right.
Bring that breakfast up
Bring
here.
that breakfast up in here.
You can set it up.
Don't
around
forget the French toast.
7:45.
French toast. That's what
7:45
Antonio
set
said
up.
on the break. French toast.
French toast.
French toast.
Grits.
Some grits.
You
Toast.
gotta really too mess with eggs, but
Nah, eggs don't do well in transit.
yeah. Right.
So maybe not that. But hey, we'll take some French toast.
Yeah.
Toast.
So, briefly, and I know you guys been seeing this flash up during our break times, the speed dating.
Speed dating.
'Cause we do have Miss Singles pop up.
Miss Singles.
Couples
Oh, I've
pop
never
up in the building.
been called Miss Singles Pop Up. Shoot. Okay. I like that. Yes.
Right. So
Miss
our
Singles
relationship
Pop-Up.
maven in the building over here. So let us know about that speed dating.
We need more men.
What?
And then we're
Men.
talking about how we get more men in the building for the speed dating to participate.
You know, I don't know. I feel
You can't be talking about you don't know.
because honestly, we had about 4 men sign up
Oh, man.
and then 2 drop.
Slim picking.
Wow.
So I don't know if I don't know. I
Where y'all
mean, I'm
at?
not a man, so I don't know what's
I
going
mean-
in your psyche. I don't know why you wouldn't want to come out.
Men call in and tell us,
Why you don't want to talk to nobody? I don't understand.
But even if you want to sign up, you can call it.
It's just fun. It's just fun. Like,
Fellas.
want to have fun,
Fellas,
fellas.
I'm telling y'all, I ain't never been, but I'm finna just tell y'all what I think it is. Okay?
Why he stir his grits?
Why I stir my grits, okay?
Learn them grits, boy.
Listen.
Better watch out.
What I think it is an opportunity for y'all to meet, as many women, as you can
Yeah.
at one time in a matter of seconds, minutes, or whatever.
Get it all done.
There's no
You know.
obligation. You ain't got to pay for a meal.
Listen, yeah, you got to pay $20 for something.
$20 to meet eligible women in the area, but
That's not to meet
That's-
eligible women. That's for something else. You need to. That can't be for meeting eligible women. It got to be for food. It got to be for something else.
well, we got
Drinks.
food, we got drinks.
Well, that's what you got. That's all you need to say. Don't say it's for
Food
that.
and drinks,
I said for the food and
$20.
drinks, and
And,
you say you get a meal. You get,
Man, listen.
Is you giving?
Where you going to get a good meal for $20?
I'm just saying. This is what you want to provide.
Applebee's. Nobody trying to do
This
that.
is what you want to
Nobody got time for
provide.
that.
You want to provide some steak fajitas.
Steak fajitas. Okay, that's
You know what I'm
doable.
saying?
That's doable.
Yeah, some chicken steak fajitas.
That's-
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
doable.
Or some
So
bowls
you
where they can
telling
make
me
their own
food.
little.
So you
yeah.
saying food to bring them,
That's
not the
what I was
women,
gonna say.
not the
It sound like-
eligible
sound
Yeah,
like-
women.
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
bait.
The
Will
food,
bring
the
bait,
food to
right?
bring them. The food to bring them. You know what I'm saying? The food definitely will bring them. You know what I'm saying? And the woman to just be the icing on the cake. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because if they around their stomach growling, they ain't gonna want to talk to no woman.
Jeez.
That's
Okay.
not where they focus
Why
on.
That
is
ain't
it?
where they
Why?
focus at.
I just don't understand, Lord.
So
I mean,
maybe if you had a cooking class with a bunch of women in it and you was invited to be in
Cooking
to eat.
class?
Yeah. So something different is okay. Speed cooking class. Men come out and try these different foods and meet the chef that made these plates.
So I'm assuming
and then
I need to get
what
a
they do
female
is
chef.
and what they do is right. They try the food and be like, "Ooh, I want to date this one right here because her food tastes good."
No.
See, that's too much.
a lot of
I
setup.
mean, that's a lot of setup. So
Hey,
what
this is a whole production here.
yeah, obviously,
You see what I'm
you talking
saying?
about a chef cooking for you, and then you
Not
picking
a chef. I'm talking about the
several
ladies.
chefs.
The ladies.
They just cook.
All the ladies that
and
you
they
have.
pick based on the food.
Right, and you had
So
a
you don't
man
see
come
the
through.
chef.
You don't see the chefs. You just had the food out there.
Okay, I like
with the
that
numbers,
idea.
right? You had the numbers of all the food that the ladies done cook,
Mm-hmm.
their best dishes, right? And you have men come through and try the food, right? And when they try it, they get to say, "Oh, I like number this, number this, number this." And what they don't realize is they get to actually talk to that chef, right? Just based on their food. Now, based on that, that's what's gonna get them in front of the person. That don't mean
Okay.
they gonna like them, right?
Right.
Now
Exactly.
they might see somebody else that they like, but the food wasn't that good. But they connect with them on a different level. You see what I'm saying?
I need 10 women that
Yeah.
say they're gonna make a dish, and they're not gonna say the name. They're just gonna have a number on their back.
Right, all right.
And y'all gonna eat the food, and then you gonna pick the chef based on the number. But then you gonna see somebody that's cuter and say, "Ooh, her food wasn't that good." So then so how we ending that? Like what's
So
gonna happen?
what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen is
Is
you
the
know,
food gonna sway him one way or another?
yeah,
Okay,
because the
I
man gonna
see.
be like, look, you look good, but you can't cook worth a damn. And I need a woman that can cook if I'm gonna be in a relationship with her, right?
Okay.
And what happens is you'll find out a lot of different things when you have a woman cook.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Well, that's just an ideal.
That's a
not-
great
you know
idea.
what I'm saying?
I mean, for once, Antonio, let's put this on record. You came up with a good idea.
Yeah.
I
You know what I'm
like
saying?
it. I do.
Yeah.
Yay! Go. I love it. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you could do something else like this, right? You can do an outdoor event, right? To where it's a singles activity day, right? Hey, this is a whole production here.
Yeah, obviously.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
told me hearing ourselves. Okay, go ahead. So we're going outside.
So what you do is you have a family, not family, but you have a singles activity day, right? Because a lot of people right now are getting fit. They're trying to be in fitness and stuff like that. And Sandra has something like this, a yoga in the park.
24th.
But this is a little different, right? So I don't remember if you guys remember back in the day in elementary school where we used to have those field days.
Yeah.
Well, you
Right.
had like different sections
Stations.
of,
like
of
and
activity.
And stuff like that, right?
Like what does they call it?
Obstacle
Obstacle course.
Obstacle course, right?
Yeah.
And you get the singles to come out and sign up, right? And then what you do is you pair them with people that are single, and you just pair them up,
And they
and then they compete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
that is actually on my list to do.
and then you see how that
pretty cool.
see how that
Fun.
works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's just something
But
different.
again, a lot of my events are fun. Okay, we all know they're fun. It's getting men to come out. It's not the activity. It is getting. I was told
matter
some
what you do.
moons ago that men stay away from events that start with singles. And I don't know why, because if you're single, just come out and have a good time. Nobody
Well,
asking
a lot
you to
of
get
times-
married. We just want to have fun.
Meet people.
A lot of times, when you're talking about single men, they're dating, and they're dating somebody that don't think that they single.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
So that's why they don't come out.
So that's
to
probably
the
why they don't
events.
come out to
They
these
really
events,
got
yeah.
a boo.
Because they right or something in that area.
Okay.
Something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They don't
All
want
right.
to, and then they don't know who's gonna be out there.
True that, because it
That's
could be
another
the
thing.
boo that they.
The boo might be out there talking about she
single.
single.
Come show up, and then it's drama.
Then it's gonna be some real
It's gonna be some
boo
real
swinging out
popping
there.
up.
Don't
There's gonna be
even
some
say
popping
single
up
Look
on
at
the
man,
pop
you
up.
talking about
Yeah.
singles pop up, all right?
Yeah, man.
Don't even put
But
singles pop up on there. Just bust
listen,
out. Hey.
that might be good for good. That might be good business though. You never know what you get at a
Reality,
singles pop up.
reality singles pop up speed dating shenanigans.
Yes, the shenanigans. You
Lord
never know
have
what
mercy.
you're gonna get. I'm just
Well, see,
saying,
that's-
what can get them out? I'm not trying to do the other idea that you talked about. However, if I could get a database of men by doing something close to that, I would be willing to do that. Just to get them honestly, the events are fun. And I just want you to come out and just have an open mind
I think
and have
that,
fun.
I think that another thing you should do is you should. This is something that people don't look into doing, and I should do it too. More of it because I used to do it and it was successful. Make you some damn sponsored ads and target people. That's what I would do. I would make sponsored ads and I would just target
that
man.
For every event that I do.
When they say, "Hey, are you single?"
Yeah, I do that.
I would spend $200 to $500 a month on just target ads, and then just getting registrations and stuff stuff like that. Because again, you spend that kind of money, you'll create a nice database of people that are single.
Well, you have to understand that's the cart before the horse for me. We're talking about an entrepreneur who have no revenue, right?
Right.
How she makes money is hosting events.
Okay.
So I put money behind my ads and I target age groups and zip codes and all that. Mm-hmm. However, to do a campaign, because what you're talking about is a marketing campaign that's going to start $250 and up. Mm-hmm. I don't have the means for that yet.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of my events I have tried to do it with a co-host who may have a larger following than myself, or I try to get people to sponsor an event so that they can bring people out.
Okay.
So, and then I try to partner with locations that are, hot locations. I've been talking with the Canopy because, they got the rooftop. I've been talking with WTR, trying to see if I could do a joint with another DJ. So I've paired up with some DJs just to get my name out there, get the brand going. So I've been working on that stuff all this year. I think that, with everything is repetition.
Right. Consistency.
People have to see, they have to see you everywhere to even start paying attention to what you're doing. Now, trust me, on my Instagram and Facebook pages, when I post, I get a lot of likes, but nobody comes. So what does that mean? Why do you
What is the follow up? What is the follow up game like?
What do you like about it, but then you don't buy a ticket and you don't participate? So like we always say, you can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink.
Give men free tickets.
We've done that. I've done free events. I have a sponsor, Hotel Zamora, where every event that I host there, they give me a 2-night stay plus dinner. Mm-hmm. I've had 2 events raffling off that, and still don't get a whole lot of people coming out. Mm. So I don't know what to give you. I don't know what to do to get you to come out other than this is what we're doing. Let's have some fun. So the whole yoga thing, we're having a yoga meditation plus brunch plus all that.
Man ain't coming to that.
Yeah, don't.
Right.
Just come
well,
on
I'm
out.
trying to
don't
get
be scared. Come on out.
Man ain't coming to the yoga.
I know they're not gonna come to the yoga. That's really for the women. I am trying to figure out what's
Look what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? You catering to these women.
Well,
They coming.
There's more women. There are more single women than men, and they will come out and they will spend the money.
They adventurous.
They will do it. Men, on the other hand,
Men
I don't know.
Are more. I don't know. I don't know. It is backwards because now you're putting all of the hens in one area.
Yeah,
and the
so
rooster
it's
can just come in and just
that all the ladies are pressed to
pick.
to meet somebody.
Yeah.
So the elements are there. You don't have to work for it. Just show up.
Well, look here, man. I wish I was.
Was she was single?
No. I was saying.
I was gonna say what you about to say.
No. I was going to say I wish that
Yeah, the men come out.
Well,
yeah, man. I wish I could get y'all men to come out.
Barbershop. I mean,
no, I was telling you what to do with that aspect.
Yeah,
get you 100 posters.
Do a bunch of posters, which I'll work on this weekend.
Get you a bunch of posters.
But I was thinking of maybe doing a mixer there.
And post them in the
mixer, have some food.
And post them in all the barbershops across the country.
She said she want to mix it.
I want to do a mixer to get everybody's information and
single men come through.
Yeah,
I need a single man poster in the shop to draw them in. So you can have a date and Yeah, you got to plant. You know.
That's what I'm gonna do. All right,
Oh,
y'all.
Lord.
Y'all listening? I'm gonna do a single man mixer.
It might be-
I'm gonna do a wanted poster.
That's what you need to do.
Okay.
There you go.
Big old question
There
mark.
you go.
A picture of a question mark. Wanted.
Single man.
Single men in the Tampa Bay area.
There you go. Your face here.
Your face here. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put out a wanted
Your face
poster and get them to all the barbershops in Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, man, and then put horny
Say what?
put something on the catchy.
We should just put it on there just to see.
Put it
It's
on
hard
what?
dragging these folks out.
Put it on my Facebook and Instagram page. You put it on your
Yeah,
Instagram
man, you just
page.
got to make it your profile pic.
Just calling all single men. If you come to
Calling all.
You want professional?
Yeah, it's
don't care.
professional.
Okay,
Just see
then.
if you're
You want-
single. Come on
Any?
out.
care.
Listen, man, she
What
she
your
don't want
profession is?
bums, trappers, rappers, lawyers,
Nobody up with no
doctors.
bombs. Nah.
Listen, man, she don't care. No, but listen, we want you to come out and have a good time.
April 16th.
If you got, as long as you got transportation, don't catch the bus there. Okay,
Or maybe you work it to
don't catch the bus there.
Or maybe you don't need to be focused.
Don't
on
ride
it.
the
You need to put-
bicycle
Right
there.
now, if you ain't got a car, you
These
don't
single
need to
women don't
focus
want no
on-
man without no car.
No. You ain't ready
They don't
for
want
a
no man
relationship.
without no place
You need to
to
just
stay.
You need to chill. You need to chill.
And a lot of these, this is another reason why a lot of these single
give
men
you
don't
another
come to these events. You know why? Because they still living with their mamas and that and aunties and
man,
sisters and stuff
that's-
like that.
They ain't
Cousins.
ready to speak.
They
They
not
ain't ready to damn speed date. You know how many intimidating women they gonna run across probably?
Okay. Point
Oh
your
my
eye.
God, that just put you on blast.
They're gonna tear them down. Soon as they
What?
see 'em.
What?
Did you just get off number 12?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
the number 12 bus.
Come on, man. You was on 14. I seen you get off 23.
Oh my.
Bus 23.
Oh my goodness.
Come on,
Bus
man.
23.
That was your bike too on the front?
Oh,
You grabbed your bike off the front?
all the way.
Oh,
to
this
the
is too
front.
far for you.
This is too far.
This is too far for you.
Bike right at
You
the
had to
door.
get your bicycle, put your bicycle on the front of the bus
my
and get it ride
Oh, my
a little further because you was too tired
Oh,
to
my
come this far with it. Okay, then. We understand.
Don't judge people.
I'm not judging.
Well, listen, the
you gotta do
ladies
what you
at
gotta
the
do.
at the event might judge.
Yeah, they might.
You know what I'm saying? So fellas, make sure you got a car. Make sure your car, you know what I'm saying,
It's working.
is working. Don't tell us about the one in the
In
garage.
the shop
in
or the one you about to buy. I'm in the process.
and don't get dropped off. Don't get dropped off by your lady.
Buy
either.
your lady to an event.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You
Come
know
on,
that
man.
happens. You know that happens.
Yeah, I'm hanging out
You
with
know
my
that's
fellas
out.
in here.
Yeah,
You
man.
know that's happening.
And then it's 4 dudes outside talking so, hey y'all, what y'all think? Y'all want to go in?
I'm just. God help.
I know about it.
Why is it so difficult though?
It
That's the
is.
part
I
I
don't
don't
get it
understand.
either.
Listen, man.
Why is it
It's-
so difficult? It
it's
shouldn't be
very
this
difficult.
hard.
It's
It
not.
shouldn't- We're talking about somebody who is coordinating.
All right, so
events.
it's men groups out here. Like you got the bicycle club, the motorcycle club. Excuse me, guys. You have the motorcycle club, right? So you can go to the motorcycle clubs and let them know that you have a singles thing. You can go to different like
Ain't nobody
athletic-
saying nothing in the
athletic
chat.
clubs.
Oh, here she goes.
You know what I'm
Gotta
saying? This-
ride the bike with them.
You can ride the bike with him. You can go like I was saying, gyms and just stand outside the gym. And,
Just stand out.
you know, give men flyers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you
But-
keep doing the gym things.
You know, another thing is with the flyer, it got to have some, or just some nice, you know, graphics on it.
Yeah, look at. I mean, they pop up.
It's nice, you know.
It's
But again, man, I just think that the men.
I sent you updated.
I just think that the men, some men, you know, if they don't meet you where they at, then you know,
ain't the one.
they probably not trying to come.
There's a new flyer. I'm trying to,
All right.
make it more sophisticated.
All right, there it is.
So let's hope. Yeah, Pop Nutrition is actually for people, trying to lose weight. They do the shakes.
Do they work?
I don't know. How I ended up with them was,
you change up anytime.
Yeah,
eating
I
habit
don't, like I said, I don't
or
mind
change
co-hosting
up
with people.
the way you eat.
Good morning.
Awesome.
I don't mind co-hosting with someone else. They had an idea that they wanted to do speed dating. I don't particularly care for speed dating. But as a singles pop-up, I have to be open to whatever's
You
going
don't
to
care
bring
for
people
speed
out.
dating.
I really don't. I don't think you can meet a person within seconds and that be the person. That's just my personal opinion, but
Speed dating people is for getting in the panties quick.
oh no, let's hope that's
say
not
that.
what
Don't
it
put
is.
that out.
Let's
Speed
hope it's
dating,
not.
No,
quick,
it's not. Don't
speed, quick. Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean,
Speed
hey,
quick.
it's just speed.
Well, they wanted to
If you
do it because
dating-
they have a workout team following. Which
What happens is
a lot of men, and they said, "Hey, we should do a." How many? Most of them were single, so it was like, "Okay, let's do a speed dating event."
Well,
Yeah, see, well.
there you go. They got a little database right there. So
Right.
they can
So
share.
There it is.
she wanted to do something with me and say, "Hey, let's do
They
it
probably
together."
come out.
Look at
No,
my.
they
Yeah.
haven't bought no tickets.
Oh.
Like I said, 4 of them bought tickets, 2 of them rescinded. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying, because they can't tell they little boo they going to the damn singles pop
They probably
up
just show
speed
up.
dating.
They probably just show up.
Yeah.
Man, look, where you going? Where you going tomorrow night? Speed dating.
And it's,
What?
And it's a Friday
What?
night.
Where
too.
you going? It's what?
It's a Friday night. Too.
Hold up. You know, most men got females that they talk to on a regular basis. Where is you going? I'm going to speed dating. What? I thought we was what the? They finna put you in check, bro. Speed dating. You ain't
Well,
going to that.
Well,
Let's go together.
I'm gonna do some wanted.
Can you say let's go
signs.
together?
I'm gonna post some wanted signs.
Have an open mind.
We
people.
want a wanted poster. Single men of Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, a
Where
lot.
are
We
you?
can get a bunch of white guys.
Where
in there.
are you?
There you go. Single man of Tampa Bay. Where you
Yeah,
at?
where are you? And big old question mark.
Wanted
Wanted.
with a
There's
question
a lot
a
of
question
women
mark.
out
I'm
there.
telling you.
Question. That's what I'm gonna put. It's gonna be a picture, but it's not a person. It'll be a question mark, and I'm gonna have wanted at the top. Say
Wanted.
Tampa
Single
Bay men of Tampa Bay. Where
And
are
it's
you?
gonna say eligible bachelorettes ready to party.
No, not
Not ready to party. That
'cause
giving the wrong message.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I
a
won't
hotline.
say that. I would say something like,
That's what you want to sound like to get the men now. You want to sound like a hotline to get the men. When they get there, they're gonna be in the speed dating atmosphere.
But they ain't gonna come there with
Eligible
the right
bachelorettes.
frame of mind.
why does everything have to be
Just like
centered
just think about Hooters.
booty and food? Like,
Just think
why
about Hooters.
can't we?
What's always in
Proud of
Hooters?
Hooters now.
What's always in Hooters? Men. What's always at Wing House? Men. What are they walking around in? Little shorts. This is nothing that society is not already aware of. If we sit around
If you
and
want
get
a long-term
and get-
relationship, is it just about the booty and the breasts?
well, that's why I had you talk about cooking.
Oh
The
Lord!
cook-off.
So it's the booty, the breast, and the cooking. Y'all hear this?
I'm
this
just
is what
saying.
we working with.
Cooking, booty. I didn't want to talk about the other stuff because we're on the radio. But you got to make sure that the booty and the food and the mind is good. So, what else do you want to have?
But you won't know that if you don't come to an event.
Right. You should have.
That's the thing. We
That's
tryna
the
get
thing.
You there.
You should
if
have-
you just get
So-
there, you might just meet that person that got all
Person
those
that got the
elements.
package. So men, you got to get there.
Man, come.
Put yourselves out there.
Just
and
have come with an open mind and have some fun.
That's- what
it's
about-
2 hours
what-
of your life.
You talk about what about read dating?
What's read dating?
What's read dating? Where
ain't never heard this. He just made this up.
listen,
He
where
showed
men
it.
and
Read
women
dating.
they bring their own book and they end up and they read a paragraph.
Men ain't read
Of
no
the
book
book,
because
right?
all you told me thank you. All you keep telling me is they just concerned with how much skin they gonna see and if you can cook. You ain't reading no book.
Listen, I'm just trying. Listen,
nobody read
tell
no
people,
book.
Nobody
tell
read
the
no
single.
book.
Listen, a singles book club.
I already have a singles book up, and guess who's in it?
Nobody.
Women.
Women only.
Women is the only people who read.
That's because y'all be reading all them Zane books. Men don't want to read no damn Zane books, man. Men
All I'm
don't want to
saying
read no
is
Zane books. Women
Men
don't want to
and
read no
women
damn
are
Zane
so
books.
different.
You hear me?
And just hearing what you are saying that men are thinking or wanting to come to these events, It's totally the opposite of what I'm thinking.
Of course, you ain't. That's because
events.
you ain't talking to no man when you doing these events. When you trying to do
Well,
this
I'm
stuff.
talking to you now. I mean,
I'm trying to tell you right now.
More people to get involved in this conversation.
You need to have. I'm telling you, have a woman cook off, and men gonna come out and try their food. Because what they can do is they can advertise that they're gonna cook, right?
Oh yeah,
That's what
like,
they-
I mean, I even like this, like the single women's cook off.
I'm telling you, man.
I don't mind it. I think
Single
it's a
woman
great
cook
idea.
off, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's an awesome
And then you
idea.
can have these men come out and be auctioned off at the same
I
time.
think about that, but
You
you
see what
gotta
I'm
get
saying?
them in first to be able to auction them.
Man, that's what you go to the
Looking
gym
at
for.
auction.
You tell
Looking at
men
auction.
at the gym that they finna be on the auction block for a single woman. They coming, man. They want to take their shirts off, man.
Me.
Man,
Me.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With that, y'all, we finna take us a little 5-minute break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Most definitely.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams. You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
All right. And we are back, people. We are back on this Freestyle Friday. We're talking about now Florida's red flag law helps prevent mass shootings. In first major gun control measure since taking office, President Joe Biden announced one of his executive actions will be to have the Justice Department publish model red flag legislation to make it easier for states that want to adopt such laws. Red flag or these emergency protection orders enable law enforcement to be able to intervene in a situation that could become dangerous. Oh boy. Red flag laws allow family members of law enforcement to petition for a court order to temporarily bar people in crisis from accessing firearms if they present a danger to themselves or others. The Crisis Center of Tampa Bay said the red flag law can assist them in saving a person's life. When somebody calls and is discussing suicide, we ask if they have a means. Do you have a means to die by suicide? And if so, what is it? And for those individuals who identify that there is a gun and they have a gun that is in direct proximity to their person, we immediately notify the law enforcement, Reynolds said. President Biden said states with red flag laws also see a decrease in suicide. According to the most recent data, half of the nation's suicide involved a firearm. Now, we recently know that though those percentages are higher in our veteran population. Though this is a population that work closely with the Tampa Bay Crisis Center to prevent these deaths by suicide. Florida enacted the law in 2018 where mass shootings in majority Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland. Advocates said that the law prevents would-be mass shooters from carrying out violent acts. I don't know how, but that's what he says. These measures are important not only for those kinds of mass shootings that dominate the headline almost every week, it seems tragically, but for the 100 people every single day in this country that are killed by gun violence. Wendy said with Florida moms demand action. 19 states of the District of Columbia currently have red flag laws. The president is urging Congress to pass a national red flag law as well as legislation incentivizing states to pass the red flag laws of their own. So that's what they're talking about now, Tanya. They're talking about these mass shootings and putting a lockdown to these guns and giving family members and law enforcement a opportunity to petition a court and stopping you from being able to even get a gun, which is crazy. But I mean, is it necessary?
What, to have gun laws?
No.
Oh, what is what necessary?
The red flag law. What do you think about it?
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like there should just be more. It should be harder to get a gun than it is to get a license or get a. I mean, it's like you can go get alcohol at 21 and walk in and just buy it, and that kills. And they don't want to have any gun laws for people who, you just do background checks. They do background checks so you get a job. Why you can't do a background check? Well, I think they do, right? To get a gun?
Of course.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Of course.
I don't know nothing about that stuff, but I feel like you don't need to have these high powered, guns on the street. I mean, it's bad enough it kills. You don't need to have a high powered rifle and all that craziness, but you get the whole people like freedom of speech. I can have what I want. I can do what I want. Wearing the, whatever. So it's catch-22.
I mean, you're gonna step on people's constitution, and that's why a lot of people are gonna fight this, because people still want to be able to bear arms. It's a constitutional right. However, it's just the fact that it's what it is. It's just sad that a lot of people are getting their hands on these guns. A lot of kids are getting their hands on guns. A lot of people leave their guns inside their cars, and kids just walk by and try to open doors and go inside these cars, and they'll take your gun right out of your car. It'll be missing. and you wonder how these kids walk around or how they get them. You know, a lot of people have guns in their homes, and you know these kids are taking these guns from their parents, and parents are acting like they done misplaced the gun or something. Forgot where they put it, but the child has taken the gun. So there's a lot of reasons I believe that they're coming up with this law, and I think that some are valid. To be honest with you. But I don't think that they're going to be able to make this happen in every state. Again,
Certainly not Texas.
each state is able to adopt it if you want, but if not, then you know you're not.
Well, so then that leads us to all these sad stories about people getting shot in St. Petersburg lately.
Right. So they just found the killer for the young lady, Kamaya Simmons. And, you know, it was a young man that rode up on this car looking for a gentleman, and, you know, just opened fire on this car, not knowing that the car was carrying two young children and this young lady, and ended up killing the mother of these two kids, which is devastating.
Sad. And she was young too, right? 20 something?
20.
20? Oh,
20, I
wow.
think.
Whole life to go.
And, you know, the babies actually saw this, you know, so this was a tragedy. And not only did it, you know, make local news, but it has made national news. Joe Biden was just speaking on this murder in St. Petersburg, and
Yeah, we made
you know,
news in a bad way.
yeah, we stay making news. You know what I'm saying? We
In
stay
a bad
making the
way.
news now. National news when it comes to
National.
bad stuff. You know,
Wow.
we had the last time I think we made national news was the riots. What we had back in '96. I was making national news because a mother of two children was shot down, you know, violently. So we got to do a better job with our own kids, with our own community, with our own environment, and we have to do a better job, you know, loving these kids, because at the end of the day, that's all they need. That's all they really want. You know what I'm saying?
They want attention
And
love.
attention is something that we always say, man. They seeking attention. Well, you know, sometimes we got to give them a little bit more than they need. Because if we don't, then they're gonna get it from somewhere else, or they're gonna feel like they, you know. The craziest thing about this is, you know, we have society has changed drastically over the last 2 decades. And what I mean by that is the, you know, masculinity levels have went way down. You know,
Not stepping up.
men, yeah, I mean, it's a lot, man, that you can see that has been, kids are suffering because the fathers aren't there. You know, they're very sensitive and emotional and timid and afraid, and
Because they're exposed to more things.
it's
And access to more things, and we talk about this over and over again about that.
yeah. I mean, you know, kids. You know, if you have a single mom that doesn't have the father around, and you know, you bring a little boy around a man, and he raises his voice, the little boy liable to start crying.
Yeah, I'll say they can't take a flea bite.
They
take a flea.
because the mother. One of the reasons probably why is because the mother is so into the baby, like he's really a damn baby, though. Like he's really a baby. Like,
Baby.
yeah, it's like you really like overdoing it. Like moms really be overdoing it. Like, oh, this my baby. Every time she open him up, she can't call him by his name. It's baby, 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 baby. And once you embed that into that boy, that's all he gonna think he is.
It's a baby.
It's a damn baby, all the way until his ass 35 years old.
Well,
Call that baby, call that boy by his name.
That's the ones that ain't come to the speed date.
You hear what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah.
Them the ones. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Them, you done baby.
Yeah, it run deep.
It does run deep.
I'm telling y'all, you will baby that boy all the way till he a grown man, and then when he a grown man, I hear these women right now. Mom still talking. That's my baby. That's my baby. That's a grown man. You have raised a man, and most mothers, right? They don't want to relinquish that. They just continue to holler about my baby this, my baby that. No, man, you are crippling him, right? Because he's going to grow up thinking that he's mama's baby all the time, and he can always depend on mama for every little thing. Y'all wonder why these boys stay in your house till they 30. Y'all wonder why? Because they y'all babies. Y'all don't make them become men.
That's right.
Y'all don't make them do what men do. You want to stay here? Okay, then. This is what it's going to cost. You in mama house, so mama ain't finna pay no more bills.
Nope, because you the man.
Because you want to be here, right? I'm going to give you the life lessons that's going to be given to you when you leave here. This is a life lesson, son. So you want to be here after you're 18? Here you go. This the bill that you need to pay. You have to make these boys men.
Yeah.
You have to get them out of the. You can't.
Them accountable.
You can't. You have to grow out of the baby stage into the boy, into the men, and you have to. You have to do that with the vocabulary as well, and then also how you can't continue to talk, speak, react the same way you did when this boy was 6 years old, when he turned 14. You have to have a whole different approach. And being that, the man isn't there, a lot of times women don't realize that. They keep the same approach that they had when he was 6 years old. Yelling, arguing, fussing, fighting, that type of stuff. Giving him the same type of stuff he's going to endure when he gets with a woman in their relationship. But that's not what you should be doing. Now it's time to sit him down and have grown men conversations.
So the only pushback I have, I totally agree with you on all that. I think, I think, and especially culturally for African American mothers, we tend to do that. We coddle our sons and we raise our daughters. That's what we do. However, I'm going to talk like Paige. However, the men need to be there too. I can't teach a man how to be a man if I'm not a man. And so we have to get back to 2-parent homes, or at least a male presence in the child's life, because they're not going to learn the lessons that, I can preach. I had 2 sons. I did not coddle my sons. They had responsibilities as soon as they was able to sweep a broom.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
You had chores, you had responsibility, you got paid according to that. If you didn't do well in school, then you got to do other stuff. Okay, book reports in the summertime. I know school's out, but no, we still studying, we still learning.
Right.
And I taught them that, hey, you don't want to get in trouble with the law because your life is over.
Right.
You don't want to get caught up in different things that's going to lead you in the wrong direction. So I kept them in sports. I kept them in front of other African American males that can teach them how to be a man.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And when they were grown and they was living in my house, you will be paying the bills up in here.
That's right.
If you don't want to pay the bills, there's the dope.
You got to get up out of here.
But every mother ain't like that.
That's
so
right.
What I'm saying is we have to make sure everybody's accountable, not just the females, but the males as well, because they go, men, that's what they do. They make these babies and then they ghost.
Well, I started the conversation out with the men.
Okay.
not having to be back.
They have to be more present.
And not and
Uncles,
and the
cousins.
fact that, well, see, the thing was, it was about the fact that the men aren't in there, and what we're dealing with because of that.
Right. Right.
So I know you want to get defensive, and
No, I'm not defensive. No, I just
want to
feel
jump
like
down
it's-
a man's
no,
throat and say
no,
it's the
I do
men,
not,
and
because women are just
what I'm
as
saying. But
they are just
we have to be able
responsible
to.
as the man.
But we have to be able to have a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we can definitely point out the flaws in both areas,
Right.
and not have to compare at the time. So yeah, we talking about women, and we're talking about what's happening right now. But we said in the beginning that we know that the men aren't there, but they need to be.
They need to be.
Right.
Yeah.
And we want
And women need to stop
and women need to stop doing in the present while the man is not there.
Exactly.
Right. So yes, we know that the man need to be there,
Kick
and
them in
he's
that
not
butt.
accountable.
You need to make them be,
But at the same time, when you're sitting around babying these boys,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Because you want him to like you, and he's around here basically mimicking you.
right.
He's basically mimicking you, and you're wondering why he's so soft. Why, when you yell at him, he shuts down. You're wondering why, when you tell him to do something, he looking at you like, why are you talking to me like that? You see what I'm saying?
We definitely gotta get better with raising.
You're wondering why this is happening, but you are the cause of it. You see what I'm saying? The corporate. So we have to just, and this is, again, we just have to reflect on some things when we, as parents, right? And again, I had to do some soul searching myself, because again, getting phone calls from school, after schools, teachers, understanding that a boy is going to go through rough patches every time. I don't have to jump down his throat or whatever, but understanding that it's growing pains. But I'm not going to coddle you every time you have an issue,
Right.
every time you got a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you a solution. You do it or you don't, but you're going to experience it on your own.
Right.
Right. But I'm here for you. But I'm not going to, that's you. This is your life. You making the choices. You going to have to live with them.
Right.
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 So, I just think that, we have to do a better job with that, because a lot of times we talk about these men, these boys out here running the streets, but we have to think about, what is the environment like? Are you still yelling at a 20-year-old? Are you still shouting at these kids? I mean, these young adults, like you was when they was 7 years old, like when they was 10, demeaning. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's a problem in our community we overlook.
It is.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't take a close look at those things. And you sit these young boys down, you have real conversations with them, ladies. You have real conversations with them, because when a man gets in front of them, a man's man, right? He's going to be able to identify that weakness and take advantage of them. And you wonder why they're able to be taken so easily influenced by music and all this other stuff, because they're so easily influenced by,
I mean, that's a good point.
So we have to be more aware, of what we're doing and how we setting this mind, how you're setting the mindset up, because you're in control of that, right? The parent is in control of the child's mindset and what they think about, how they think about things, how they think about problem solving, how they think about critical thinking. Are you a person that always hit the fan when something don't go your way? Are you somebody that always upset about every little thing that don't happen in your favor? You know what I'm saying? How do you react?
What time?
So,
Oh, we almost going. It's 9:58, y'all.
but listen, people. You know, we had a great show today. I think
we did.
Freestyle Friday. We had Darius talking about the HIV. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget Tanya with Singles Pop Up, speed dating.
Come on, y'all.
We're trying to get these men out. You know what I'm saying?
Have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Fellas, go ahead and register for the speed dating. Come on out. It'll be a great time.
.thesinglespodup.com.
Yes.
Power Plug Radio.
www.thesinglespodup.com. All right. So everybody, y'all have a great weekend. We are out. This Power Plug Radio in the morning. We'll holler at y'all Monday morning. Peace.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
It's yours. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? It's yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? The world is yours. The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. I sip the Don P, watching Gandhi till I'm charged and writing in my book of rhymes. All the words past the margin. The whole of mic I'm throbbing. Mechanical movement, understandable smoothness that murderers move with. The thief's theme. Play me at night, they won't act right. The fiend of hip hop has got me stuck like a crack pipe. The mind activation, react like I'm facing time like Pappy Mason. With pins I'm embracing, wipe the sweat off my dome, spit the phlegm on the streets. Suede Timbs on my beats makes my cipher complete. Weather cruising in a 6K.